during his submissions in the House said that the president was inaccessible. As the revenue debate tested the BBI and the ODM party. We're now joined by ODM's national chairperson and leader in the minority, that is John Mbadi, just to take a certain take in terms of this particular motion. Sir, thank you so much for your time. 6 times in just a month, lawmakers have been unable to pass the revenue sharing formula. I'd like to get your view. What do you take of the divisions, especially by the ODM lawmakers during the revenue sharing vote?
First of all, Jesse, thank you very much for having me. I wanted to be very clear on this matter. I think those who are trying to make the stalemate on revenue sharing an ODM matter are being mischievous, so this is an act of political mischief and being dishonest. This is not an ODM matter. It is a national debate, it's a national issue, and it is an issue of the Senate. If you look at the divisions that we see in the Senate, it is a division that cuts across all political groupings. It cuts across ODM, it cuts across Kieleweke, and it cuts across even the Tanga. And so I don't see why this matter should be narrowed down to an ODM affair. I think we need to speak to our senators and tell them that they have disappointed this country in big time. And I must say that it is high time that senators put the interests of the nation ahead of everything else. If you look at the divisions in the Senate, people are voting in the Senate not along political party lines, but along personal interests of their various counties. You can see those counties that are perceived to be gaining from the new formula are supporting the new formula. Those counties that are perceived to be losing are opposing the formula, and with the exception of a very few of them. And you can even explain, if you look at Machakos, the reason why the Machakos County Senator is opposed to the formula, even though his county is gaining, is because Kitui and Makueni, which are neighboring counties, are perceived to be losing. If you take the case of Kisii, the neighboring county of Nyamira is losing big time, and Kisii is gaining marginally. And therefore, that is the reason. And you can go to Kakamega, and the explanation is the same. It has nothing to do with the political party. It has everything to do with the individual interest of senators. And whoever is bringing ODM into this is either politically mischievous or politically dishonest, or is lacking in a depth in terms of analyzing the political situation. When you talk
irrespective of
ODM,
the political situation,
having
sir,
division,
irrespective of the political situation, in essence,
yes,
a political party should have a set of principles. Was there an ideology or an effort to ensure ODMs had actually amassed a concerted vote in terms of passing the revenue sharing formula?
You see, Jesse, ODM is very clear. In fact, the only party that has come out without any ambiguity is ODM. We have said through our party leader that the Senate, the first mistake that Senate committed is to deviate from the discussion around the CRA formula. If you look at the CRA formula, it has clearly articulated 3 parameters that they have recommended for sharing of revenue. Parameter number 1 is to look at what they call service delivery component, which is finances following functions. And they have isolated health, they have isolated agriculture, and they have isolated other functions. The second component is about equitable development of the country, where they have talked about the land area, they have talked about the road, and they have talked about poverty component. And the final one is the fiscal responsibility, or rather the physical effort and financial prudence, which they have also allocated. And they have even come up with the suggestion that that time that we were coming up with this formula, the new census was not yet out, and 12 counties were going to lose. And in the report of CRA, they have provided that no county should have financial instability in terms of losing revenue, and therefore formulas to be factored in to make sure that no county loses revenue. That is the formula that if senators if the senators used that formula and discussed it extensively, the national debate would have not been as divisive as it is. It would have been on objective parameters of revenue, of dividing revenue. But what we see are political gerrymandering and political posturing. So ODM is very clear. ODM has made its position very clear.
All right, speaking of clarity, the latest developments on the floor of the House where CIS Senator James Orengo accused the president of being inaccessible when he was needed by the House in terms of guidance. Does this cast a shadow on the handshake? Would you think this? And will this actually paint a shadow in terms of lasting the test of time?
Why would the complaint and concern about Orengo of inaccessibility of the president be linked to handshake? I think what Orengo referred to is the accessibility of the president to the leadership of the Senate, which is the speaker, the leader of majority, the leader of minority. The handshake is not resolving revenue sharing formula. It is a Senate matter. And this is where I find this argument really misplaced. Why are we drawing in a handshake to this matter? Why are we bringing in ODM to this matter? If you look at the senators across the county, there is no uniformity. Take Tanga, for example. The Nandi senator is supporting the new formula. Kericho senator is supporting the new formula. Susan Kihika is supporting the new formula. Laikipia senator is supporting new formula. Just like the Migori senator, like the Kisumu senator, the CI senator, and Homa Bay senator. Murkomen is not supporting the new formula. They are all in Tanga with Susan Kihika. They are in Tanga with Cherargei and Cheruyot. Why is it that that division in Tanga is not being seen? If you come to Kieleweke, the deputy majority leader, Fatuma Dulo, is not supporting the new formula. Yet the majority leader, Pogiso, is supporting. The majority whip is supporting. Sakaja, who is supporting, who is very good supporter of the president, is not supporting the new formula. How come when it comes to ODM, now we want to see how the ODM is divided? Kieleweke is not talking in the same language. Tanga is not speaking the same language. Someone wants to bring the ODM to this division for political gain. And that is why I'm saying, as the ODM chairman, it is unfair, it is political mischief. There is no party position in this formula. There is no division based on party lines. All political parties, their senators are talking differently because of their own personal, individual interests. If you take, I've just talked about even the supporters of the president. The senator for Garissa is a very good friend of the president. He is opposing the new formula. So why is it that when it comes to ODM, you try to bring in that ODM is the underbelly of ODM has been exposed and all that? I think it is not fair to our party.
Well, let's just zone in a little bit on what's happening in the ODM party. With all respect, there have been infightings, if we can call them that. Legislators pulling in different directions, especially within the ODM party. And we appreciate this is the nature in the political landscape in the country. But going forward, in terms of charting a way forward for a party that is well known on the national level, how well can we assure Kenyans back at home that these are just infightings, that ODM will definitely last the test of time despite what we're seeing currently?
Just that there is no infighting in ODM. I want to be very categorical and very clear that there is no infighting in ODM. ODM has clearly indicated what is our preferred position. We have clearly said that we support the formula that was proposed by CRA, which included, embedded in that formula, is how to deal with the cases of counties that were likely to lose revenue. And that was left by the Senate Committee of Finance. Now, if you are talking about the MPs from the coast, the MPs from the coast were not just ODM MPs. In fact, I would actually understand the frustrations of ODM MPs at the coast, and they can speak to us, and we can discuss with them this matter. But there are also MPs who are in that press conference, like one who is famously known as Jichupevu, like Aisha Joma, like Mwashetani. These are Ruto's political friends. When it comes to now this formula, why are they running and pointing fingers at Raila? Why are they not talking to Ruto to also ask the Nandi senator to oppose the formula? Why are they not running to Ruto also to tell the Kericho senator to oppose the formula, to talk to Susan Kika to oppose the formula? When it comes to let me call it financial benefits, they run to Ruto. When it comes to political decision, Ruto is irrelevant. They come to realize that it is only Raila who is relevant in this country. Are they telling us that Ruto has lost political relevance in this country? Why am I not seeing Aisha Juma addressing Ruto and asking him as her friend to help them in this formula? Why am I not seeing Jichupevu talking to Ruto and asking for help? So this is not ODM. This is not rebellion in ODM. We see MPs who have issues with ODM trying to drag ODM to matters, a matter which is a national matter, we should engage the discussion as a national debate and not as an ODM debate.
Well, the message is clear. Many thanks. ODM National Chairperson right there and Minority Leader in the National Assembly, John Mbadi. ODM definitely doesn't have infightings. Yes, sir.
Jesse.
Yes, briefly, kindly.
Just 1 minute. If I just want to appeal to the media that the discussion around this revenue sharing formula should be taken forward to a more objective engagement on the formula that CRA recommended. That will help this country much more than now trivializing it and making it a personal issue, a political party issue.
All right, many thanks. John Mbadi right there. We'll definitely continue training our camera lenses on definitely what's happening, even as we anticipate a debate in the Senate on Tuesday following their stalemate on the revenue allocation. We'll definitely do a work as the media to bring you up to speed with that in all angles as it is. All right, now let's take a look at other developing stories, even as we highlight what is happening in Samburu County right now, where the Samburu County government says there is no COVID-19 case in that particular region. We'll be back with that particular report where the county governor spoke in regards to the COVID-19 cases. We'll be back after this short break.
50% of hospital visits in Kenya are for illness related to water supply, sanitation,